Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and gender fluids of every denomination. Welcome back to the boiler room. I am with my lovely I should probably introduce myself first, shouldn't I? Tells you how I'm good at this. I am your host, Katie Ward, and we are still on the rickety old submarine, which has taken us through the worlds and into the cold damp of the boiler room, where we get 5 minutes to ourselves. I'm with the lovely Kit Cox.
Hello.
There we go. And you can tell this is the first, can't you? Of that, it's my turn to introduce, and he is my co-host. Ha 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 ha. I can keep interrupting him and making other things. I don't know what that means.
I think this is where it's going, isn't it? So
yeah.
Things that travel along are being taken over by the ladies.
By the ladies.
Finally.
Yes. After
finally.
After what, 53 years?
53 years. So
yes.
Now. But going on to that, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows what we're talking about. That it's Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, and there is a lady.
Yay!
As the main role, Jodie Whittaker, isn't it?
Do you know what? I've got absolutely I've missed what she's done. I've no real idea. She did Venus.
And she did Broadchurch is probably her most recent.
See, I've not watched Broadchurch. It just doesn't interest me at all.
It didn't, but I lived with my parents at the time. So, yes.
Isn't it still going?
It is. But I watched the first series when I was living with my parents.
Don't they just keep digging up the bad guys?
We went on holiday and we went to the place they filmed around Broadchurch, and my mum was really excited, and she listens to this, so I'm calling you out, Mum. How excited you were when we were on holiday, going, oh, that's the shop where they filmed that bit, and that's the bit of seafront where that happened.
I think that's the way forward. I think that's the way it should all be. So it's just different geek things. So your mum's a geek for Broadchurch.
Yeah, and Coronation Street. She can be the soap of geek, the soap geek.
But I mean, I know I watched a film called Venus, and although I wouldn't have pegged her as the character, her name, she was the new lass, but it was all about the old actors that were in it anyway. But it's a fantastic film, and I remember really liking the female character in it. So yeah, I mean, she's clearly a cracking actress.
Yeah.
So but as I was so excited about Peter Capaldi, and that first season of Peter Capaldi was just grim. Hated it.
I almost stopped. I mean, it took me ages to catch up with the series, which is just finished. I mean, it put me off that much that I just didn't want to. I did not want to watch it, but I just didn't have the excitement to watch it and find out.
No, I fully agree.
If it was on telly, because I watch it on catch up. If it was on telly, I would turn the channel and watch Doctor Who. But finding it on catch up, I just didn't have that excitement to want to seek it out and go back and rewatch the older episodes and things.
No,
and then I watched it and I was like, oh my god, that was a really good season.
Yeah,
and
best yet. I was going to say, so I think there was 3 ropey episodes for me, and they were all like a story arc on these monks, which didn't really make much sense or
have any real impact in
no.
the whole.
Oh, they've been around for the entirety of history, planning the downfall of mankind.
And now we've forgotten about them.
And now that's it, and it's over. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah. I'm glad you followed this for 3 weeks, because we haven't.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it'd be good to see someone different play the role, and as a lady role.
Yeah, one of the things I've never wanted to be the Doctor. Every time there's a new Doctor, people go, "Oh, you could be a Doctor," and you think, I don't want to be a Doctor. I never wanted to be the Doctor. Companion, yeah, I'm all for being a companion. Oh, the sub has stopped. That's interesting. So. We've obviously pulled into some kind of bay or something. But it's I just hope they get a strong male companion now. Since the new season has started, and the companion very much seems to be boyfriend. Well, the companion has always been in the new series has been a love interest.
Yeah.
It's a will they won't they type of thing, and I think the concept of losing losing that. So
that dynamic's gone. So
yeah.
hopefully something new can.
Yeah, I hope they don't just throw a guy in that's going to be the love interest for her.
No.
That'd be awful. But what I would like to see, I would like to see a return to form. I would like to see a really strong male companion rather than the boyfriend or husband
like
of
Jamie. I love Jamie as a
was
companion.
Great. I was gonna say.
And there was never any real love interest between him and Zoe. It was Zoe, wasn't it? Zoe and Jamie with Patrick Troughton. There was no.
No. I was going to say this is all a new season thing. So like,
and it just worked.
So
I was trying to think when I saw your Facebook post about a male companion which is strong. I was thinking, the classic series didn't do it loads, but when they did it, I mean, they did a few. They did there was Jamie and
you
Ian
had the Doctor.
Start off with.
You didn't need a strong male companion because you had the Doctor. I mean, you don't really need a strong male companion now. I mean, it'd be perfectly okay for sort of like a load of lasses to be like shooting around in the TARDIS. I've got no issue with it at all. It's one of those things of. I've always wanted to be the Doctor's companion, and all the companions of late have been the companions of the Doctor's companion. Yeah. So Mickey was Rose Tyler's companion. Jack Harkness, I don't even think was invited on by the Doctor. I think he was invited on by Rose.
Yeah.
Is
that the new horn?
Yeah, this is. I was going to say clearly something weird has happened.
Someone's installed the new horn. Yeah. God. Or is that an alarm?
So okay, why would we be having alarms come on?
Well, who knows?
So but I can hear the captain getting ready to pull us out of dock now anyway. But yeah, I mean when it comes down to it, it's I would just like a good new companion that's a male companion, and have we had that?
Not for a very, very long time.
No.
Really. I mean, Jack Harkness was never. I know you said he wasn't. I don't think he was. He was kind of shied away from being a companion. Really, it was almost destined to be. He would have his spin-off.
He was his own. He was his own show.
But no, it should be interesting to see a new dynamic, new Doctor, new companion, and also David Bradley as the first Doctor. I'm so excited.
I got excited about that last time. So but yeah, I mean it's more thing. So what have we got? What's going on in our world?
What's going on in the steampunk world? There are a plethora of different events, which I can't go to any of them.
Oh wow! Why is that, Katie?
Is it the subtle hint that it might be my birthday coming up on the 22nd of July?
Do we have to dock somewhere and let you off?
Maybe. I mean, and anyone near Birmingham could probably that'd be fine. I mean, no one really wants to stop off at Birmingham anyway.
I've hung around Birmingham docks before, so I made a fair bit of cash.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you would, wouldn't you? But yes, there is because there's not really a lot going on in Kent, really, which, I mean, it can be a quiet time, and I think sometimes just a quiet point in steampunk stuff, not necessarily the entirety of steampunk, but I think because the asylum's in a little while, there's always that sort of pre-build up to that sort of big main event, so things go a little bit quieter, I guess. But there is the Suffolk Steampunk Spectacular, which is the 22nd and 23rd of July, and there's a steampunk market and a vintage fair.
I know that one. I've done stuff there before. It's really good. It's almost an event of two halves. There's a daytime event and there's a definite.
I saw they had the music and
folk
stuff.
music and music in the evening, and it becomes a proper dance up.
Yeah.
It's quite snug. In places, but they've got the church, so they've expanded across the road.
Because it's at the Longshot Museum. It says.
It's this. I
Maybe
see. I'm getting the wrong one.
Did you used to think Surrey?
I'm thinking Surrey.
Sorry,
what did you say? Right. Okay. Never been to that one.
No, have you not? I'm so glad. So glad you thought you'd put all your input. But the Surrey Convivial is great, and I've been to that one also.
I've not been to Surrey. I know it's a museum.
Yeah, but it's a Longshot Museum on is it? I can't say it. Leaston, Suffolk. I don't know.
I've never been.
How you say it, but yeah, they've got lots of market fairs. They've got the vintage fair, and then they've also got the steampunk market as well as steampunk things. In a sense, it is a type of convivial where they have the steampunk presence in the market, and they have
a cake
talks.
talk going on there. I know that for a fact.
They do.
And the cake talk is being done by Miss Claire Peacey. So she's talking about the history of the Cabaret affiliation of Kentish explorers.
I think that needs to be a special one on its own, really, to talk about cake and what that's become.
Oh, okay, we'll do that. We'll do a special on cake.
Yeah, if that's all right. I thought so, because I think we need a space special. I think if we're going to talk about
cake.
We do
need a space special.
Yeah,
definitely.
And then there's also, which I keep seeing advertised, it's the Pirate and Steampunk weekend in Ross on Wye at the Hope and Anchor, which is also the 22nd of July. So they're kind of different further afield.
I can't go to any of these either.
No.
I'm at the Curious Arts Festival.
I saw you advertise that and it looked really cool.
It is really cool. It's basically a big music, comedy, literary festival. Mm-hmm. And I go down there and talk about my many books. And I take anyone that wants to come with me on a very much Bear Grylls adventure through the wilderness of this great stately home.
Yeah.
And we go on a Jabberwock hunt together.
Oh,
so
cool.
And we lose one or two children along the way, but
you do it any of these events we organise. There's always some sort of loss of some child, or of anyone. Fully grown adults have got lost at our events. Normally by the gin tent, or like if it's a beer festival, lots of adults go missing for the entirety of the day. Normally.
I should imagine that this pirate one is going to be
a
rum.
I think we were talking about pirates last week.
We were, but as I said last week, I am gay for pirates.
You are gay. So steampunks and pirates. It's just going to be a massive. I don't know. I hate to think what it's going to become. I'm going to be not there.
It's going to be rubbish without us there.
Yeah, it's going to be rubbish. We're not there.
It'll be great.
It'll be great. Both events going on will be awesome.
So that's amazing.
Yes.
So you've dug up a lot of stuff from around the country, seeing as nothing is currently happening in Kent.
Mm-hmm.
And as we've said, so like Broadchurch digs up lots of stuff. And that's kind of a nice segue into a very, very sad event. George A. Romero has unfortunately passed away after very, very angry version of lung cancer, and passed away at 77 years old. George A. Romero, massive influence on so many things I've done. I've met him several times over the course of my writing career, and he was just a wonderful man, very, very open, chatted to me quite regularly. I did a movie. I was an animator on a movie.
I was going to say, you did the reanimated.
That's it, Night of the Living Dead reanimated. What happened was George Romero, for charity, gave the soundtrack to an animation studio, and we each got given a section to animate, and I think there was, by the end, over 400 animators.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Something ridiculous like that. And I think we all got a couple of minutes, and I got to do the fantastic scene of the TV set where they're being told exactly what to do to destroy zombies. Which was nice, and he remembered that scene and said and complimented me on it, which is nice. Genuinely a nice guy. But I think that's going to make this the zombie episode.
Definitely the zombie episode.
So we need to cock our rifles, so like cock shotguns and take out anything coming down the hallway.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be ready. There we go. There's one down.
Just go for the head.
Would you think we should tell anyone there's zombies on board a submarine? I mean, that could be a film on its own, really, couldn't it? Has it been a film? Probably been a film.
Zombies on a sub.
Could it be like zombies on a Victorian sub?
There's been so many great zombie movies. I was trying to go through Zombies versus the other day, and of course we started off with Zombies versus Cockneys.
Oh, I watched that the other day again. I had to. We were at a friend's house, and sorry, I went off on one, and I love that film so much.
Don't worry, I got that one. It was just coming up behind you.
It's alright. Cheers.
But it's a great film. It's stupid,
funny,
but great.
definitely a silly film with lots of cockneys and lots of zombies, including I can never think of the actor's name, but I always it's Pussy Galore, isn't it? Pussy Galore with a machine gun shooting zombies.
It is. It's
and I think that's the best. It's the best.
and the guy from The Good Life.
Yes. Oh my God, Richard Briers with a Zimmer frame. That's the best zombie choice known to man. With Richard Briers in a Zimmer frame with very slow moving zombies quite close to him.
Yes.
And I think yeah.
There's a great line in the original Night of the Living Dead where you've got "They're coming to get you, Barbara," and how slow they all are. At the end of the remake, there's a comment where somebody just leans out and says, it's Barbara that leans out and looks out the window and says, "They're so slow, can't we just walk around them?" And you're thinking, yeah, probably kid.
Yeah. And they did in Shaun of the Dead, didn't they?
They
made zombie sounds and walked straight through a crowd of zombies, and no one cared until someone's phone went off.
Exactly.
Which is that's what us would be like as now.
There's a couple more coming down the hallway. Do you want to get those two?
I get them. Yeah. There we go. Sorted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm going to just read a quick, bit from How to Bag a Jabberwock, A Practical Guide to Monster Hunting by Major Jack Union. And this is obviously one of my books.
Oh, really? I had really subtle.
Subtle. It was subtle, but I'm just going to read the hunting tip on hunting, what Jack Union refers to as revenants. So rather than zombies, because we don't use the Z word. But here you go. Hunting. Do not beat around the bush. Go straight for the head. This is not hunting as art, but hunting as brute force. Your aim is to knock out your opponent as quickly and as violently as possible. High caliber, easy loading shotguns and bladed weapons are the order of the day here. Slow moving targets that have no fear need a totally different style of hunting from that which you may already be used to. First and foremost, you yourself need to be completely fearless. Revenants up close can suddenly change their pace to that of any human, so getting into close combat is not advisable. There are more pertinent reasons too. A vigorous saber slash may dispatch a revenant before it comes into direct contact with yourself. I've lost my space.
Professional.
Very professional. But the spray of blood may get into your mouth or eyes, and the virus will spread throughout your body. After an encounter, cleaning yourself and your weapon thoroughly of any gore is essential for stopping a later outbreak. So there you go. Wise words there from Major Jack Union.
Definitely.
So this, as they always say, destroy the brain or remove the head.
There you go.
So it's the way forward. So what we always talk about influences on things. So Katie, what's your where are zombies in your life?
Zombies in my life, as a steampunk, or zombies in my life as a...
Well, you are a steampunk.
I am a steampunk, so yeah. I guess kind of in the steampunk world, they're kind of treated as any other sort of Victorian type monster, which could be brought to life more, and it's probably one of the easier ones to bring physically to life through cosplay and things like that. I've seen quite a few steampunks who have steampunk dressed zombies almost as a sort of a walking accessory, or like probably not probably to call someone an accessory for dressing up as a zombie is probably not very nice, but as a sort of co-cosplayer, I thought it'd be quite cool. There's the League of Steam, which are a YouTube channel, and they're American, but they do like short stories where they are steampunks, and they have this sort of monster hunting sort of vibe to them, and they often have to fight zombies with very cool steam powered contraptions. But then they have the some events. I've never been to one where they've actually done it, but they sometimes have the steampunk zombie hunt, and I know they did it at the is it the Cambersands event which used to run,
Cambersands,
and they used to have the you could either be a steampunk shooting zombies with Nerf darts, or you could be a zombie and chase and pretend to eat steampunk. So I mean,
Nice.
either side's a winner, really, in that sense of the in that sense of the thing. But no, in terms of like zombies, the Night of the Walking Dead was the first horror film I watched. I used to hate horror films, but
Okay.
I don't know, at a time before my parents had a rubbish film collection. So I was like, I wanted to watch some more different horror films, and so I would YouTube what films would be available, and that one would always be on there. And I think I just sat there, I was in my room and I was watching it, and I enjoyed it, but then I didn't really revisit zombies or horror films a lot later until I met Mark, and I think I visited their house one night, and I had to watch a horror film. It was Halloween, and I was just given no choice. I had to watch a horror film.
Forward.
Yeah, I know it is. And so then, obviously, since then, I've kind of grown to love it. Rich loves horror films, and particularly zombie films. And Shaun of the Dead is one of my favourite films. I know it's like not the traditional sense of a zombie sort of horror film, but I do like a zombie comedy, and I think it's the best. It's just a zom-com.
I think zombie comedies. Zombie comedy is the way forward. I love the fact that after Shaun of the Dead, when the term zom-com was first originated, I like the fact that it was then Boy Eats Girl. And Boy Eats Girl was referred to as a zom-rom-com. Oh, a zom-rom-com. Nice. But I have the privilege of being one of the actors in a film which was described by Total Film as the worst zombie movie.
I know. I may have seeked this film out just to see your part in it. I think if it's the one I'm thinking of.
It's I played a Chab zombie.
I know. Oh God! You did the hand movement.
I did.
You had the little Boyakasha hand movement as a zombie.
It was. I was in a. They just asked for extras, and the thing was I had done the concept art for it when I used to be a concept artist, and so I'd done the concept art for this film, and they used a lot of the concept art and special effects. Unfortunately, a lot of those got cut out. The guy didn't want it to be a gory film, and unfortunately, I think that possibly would have saved it.
Yeah.
But we had an actor from Batman in it, and because of that, it was the Batman with Harvey Dent and the Joker in it. And so there was two zombies, Chav zombies, one with half his face burnt off to look like Harvey Dent, and the other one with his mouth completely slashed open like the Joker. And we were given the names Slash Mouth and Griddle Face.
Which one were you? Do you remember?
I was Griddle. Of course, I remember. I was hours in makeup having the side of my face burnt off. I'm watching two prop guys trying to burn a Burberry cap to make the Burberry cap burn down one side. Burberry caps are amazingly fire retardant. That's all I can say. If there's ever a fire, I'm head to tail in Burberry. It's definitely the way forward.
Nice.
But
I think that's what the fire suits in the sub are made out of, aren't they? Just Burberry.
That's it. We do have Burberry fire suits in the submarine. You're right. But so my scene, Slash Mouth had a major scene. Which was completely cut, but it kept us in this hospital for days, getting this scene right. And then my only scene was I didn't get much to do, was I had to reach to grab the heroes as they dived into a lift. And for some reason, I don't know why, but at the last minute, I decided not to actually reach for them, because it just felt, I think I just wanted to be something more impressive.
Yeah.
So I did the Booyakasha hand gesture as the doors closed.
Nice.
When we were in a cinema seeing the premiere of it, before it was rightfully shot and buried. So before the premiere, we were sat in this theatre, and that got a massive laugh.
Nice.
And you're thinking, yeah, improvisation. So me and Harrison Ford, we're up there with.
Yeah. Yeah, zombie boyka chav, man.
it's the way forward. So hang on a second, hang on.
Oh. There we go. Have you been keeping count, or should we just
No. I'm hoping it's not the crew. I'm not going to check. I mean, they could have been drinking rum.
Well, yeah, this is also true. So either way is a dangerous possibility, isn't it, of something wrong happening, either zombies or rum-filled crew members. I'm not entirely sure which is worse.
So zombies are quite big in your life, so because of obviously you and Mark sort of getting into horror movies.
Yeah.
They're quite big in the steampunk world. George A. Romero changed the face of modern zombies, and this leads us on to the fantastic books by Max Brooks of World War Z and the Zombie Survival Guide, of which I own both. And Max Brooks is actually the son of Mel Brooks, my wonderful fun fact there.
There you go.
So Mel Brooks of Spaceballs fame and all that kind of stuff. But Max Brooks went on to write these books. Obviously, Brad Pitt bought the rights to those books and turned the second one, World War Z, into a film vaguely resembling.
I keep going back to watch it because I keep watching it and maybe I didn't quite get it, or maybe I should give it another go.
It's a great thing, but
then there's this bits I just go. They had helicopters. It's the bit with the massive wall, and they all end up climbing up the massive wall.
I like that bit.
I like it, but it's the bit that they just have like loads of helicopters circling around all the time, filming things. It's
they might not have been gunships though. I mean, if no one's got a gun.
I know, but like to like kind of say, oh, hang on, guys, there's a massive wall of zombies climbing up our zombie-proof wall.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do something about it. Be a bit quiet. Who knows? It was just that bit, and I was like, no, okay. There's obviously it's
I
not
love the fact it was the voices raised in joyous prayer. Crashing down
and destroying the entire.
There's some fantastic like moments in it though. So it's a great film. But what I really like is the fact the ending changed completely. I mean, they cut out an ending which unfortunately was going to be my friend's big breakthrough into cinema. He was a Russian gulag guard, and that just got completely cut out. So he lost his moment in the sun. But it gave a great ending because in that Peter Capaldi plays a doctor for the World Health Organization, or WHO, as it's known across the world.
That's
so we're almost going full circle.
Coming to us into it. Also, in that film, it also seems wherever Brad Pitt goes, zombies take over. I know that was like it just kind of it was.
I mean, you could say that and say just avoid Brad Pitt.
Avoid Brad Pitt. Zombie survival tip.
I quite like the fact that someone said that if it wasn't for Batman, there would be no villains in Gotham because they all just seem to fight him. No one actually...
And fight him, and that's how he gets to Batman, by destroying the city he loves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it could be.
But I mean, I think the thing is the whole world is collapsing, and Brad Pitt, it's the reporter going there to film it. But they cut one bit out. I mean, so like the last bit, the reason it went was because. The last bit went purely because they thought, you know what, there's too much of Brad Pitt turning up and there being a zombie apocalypse happening. Yeah. Let's do something different. So that's why they cut that last bit out. But there you go. So.
There you go. Oh, and because I introduced it, I have to. Is this the rule?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're in charge.
Oh God! Don't put me in charge. No. That's fine. So we have had Doctor Who in its many forms of what's happening next and excitement for what is happening, and obviously a nice little segue into you know, I keep wanting to say Rob Zombie because I just keep thinking that name.
Rob
It's not Rob
Zombie's
Zombie.
great.
Rob Zombie's great, but he's not dead. And A Romero sadly passed away last night, and so we thought we'd have a zombie special. We've killed a few zombies today. We've discussed about how zombies and steampunks can coexist.
Live together in
can
harmony.
live together in harmony with Nerf guns. It's brilliant. You've done a brilliant reading of your
Thanks.
lovely book, How to Bag a Jabberwock, which I've bought many copies of.
You have, yeah.
I know.
You're my biggest fan.
I know. I think I've already bought 2 copies of the new one, so yeah.
Yay.
And yeah, we've discussed Matt Brooks and the world of zombies in general, which I think has been a good round episode. Coming back to Doctor Who.
Coming back to Doctor Who. Full circle. Should we do that every time?
Every
Make
time,
sure we
full
come back.
circle. But yeah,
So next time we're gonna have a different guest on.
yes, we are.
We don't know who yet.
No.
It could
It is a
be
mystery.
one of many. But
And go from there. But thank you again for joining us once more for a zombie-filled week at the. I can't remember. Where are we? The boiler room. The boiler room. We're at the boiler room. So it's the zombies. It's the
look
zombies.
around.
There's a zombie-filled boiler room. So we should probably get going before anyone came in. I have been Katie Ward, your host. Probably never host again. I will always be co-host. But my co-host today has been Kit Cox.
Woo!
Woo! And thank you for joining us. Have a lovely week. Bye.